How's it going, everybody? My cup of tea here, back in the reaction video, and today we're here to watch some Beyblade content, a Beyblade video. If you're new to my channel, hey, how you doing? I used to watch a lot of Beyblade battles, like episodes, but YouTube and this company didn't like that, and so we can't really watch battles right now. I'm currently trying to upload the videos I watch on YouTube on my Patreon for free. Still working on that, but today it's not about that, because today we're here to watch how Kenta became him. Now, after watching some videos on Kenta, like episodes, I'm like, yo, Kenta the guy, he the homie, you know, the first from the Ryuga, as you see here in this thumbnail. So I haven't watched all of Kenta's battles, so we're gonna check out this video from Ty Learn, I think I've seen a couple of his videos pop up on my feed that look interesting. But yeah, let's watch this, because I've been meaning to watch some Beyblade with you guys, and I can't watch the episodes, full episodes right now. But hopefully this should be okay. Thank you, my phone. Thank you, Kiryu. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's start this.
After dropping my Masamune video and asking you guys what you
I didn't watch that one.
Next, a lot of you voted for me to talk about how Kenta, the annoying, obnoxious little brat, ended up going from one of the worst characters to arguably one of the best, aka how Kenta became him. I already know about Kenta. Talking about Ryuga, and so might as well speak on the successor. I know Ryuga the GOAT. So with that aside, let's get right into the analysis. Kenta was a character introduced in episode 1 with him being your average kid who just uses a Beyblade. He isn't like Jinga or Kyoya, who were naturally powerful, or Benkei, who cheated and attained to Bay. He was pretty much like if we were in Beyblade.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Very bottom. After being saved from Jinga, he'd go on to start the Jinga Glazing Gang, with him being the leader, making Jinga a little uncomfortable. One second.
Hello. Alright, I'm back. That was a long phone call with my father. I don't actually know what happened. Let me go back a little bit. Here's my
want to start the Jinga Glazing Gang, with him being the leader, making Jinga a little uncomfortable and avoiding him and his friends initially. But he'd soon find out that Kenta wasn't just inspired by him, but he also had a determination to now beat him. This is so Jinga didn't believe he was weak, but Jinga would assure to him that he wouldn't abandon Kenta and he's here to stick around. Even with this assurance, Kenta would soon have to step up, as he'd end up lying to Hikaru about being the strongest bleeder in town and would lose all of his points and fighting spirit. This leads into Benkei witnessing this situation, which reminds him of when he first met Kyoya, and would go on to now train bro instead of bullying him, and with the help of not only Benkei's instead of bullying him.
Bro benching 315. Oh, he's stronger than anybody. Jeez, look at them arms. How you benching that?
And with the help of not only Benkei's training, but Madoka's maintenance on Sagittario and the courage he gained from Jinga, this allows Kenta to create his very own special move and beat Hikaru in a legit one-on-one.
Hey, Hikaru, who had trauma.
Way to have Kenta put the blood, sweat, and tears into making his special move, and we see throughout all of Fusion, he puts in the work the best way he can. He'd assist Benkei against Kyoya despite knowing he'd lose, but he didn't care because his friend was in danger. He'd also do very well against Hyoma, as if he defeated Hyoma, then he'd know where Jinga went. And we even see during the Beyblade survival challenge, he does decent against Hikaru during the battle between him, her, Benkei, and you. We even see bro getting a dedicated episode of himself defeating 2 members of Dark Nebula, and even training someone who wants to be exactly like Jinga. Pretty much showing how much Kenta has grown as the character. Sora was pretty much what Kenta was like back in episode 1. But after helping Sora, he doesn't need to be like Jinga, but rather be like himself. Sora would tap into his real power, and then we'd have the Battle Blader event starting, where Kenta would actually manage to get the points and qualify for the first round. And although he does lose against Reggie, with the help of Libra and
yeah, that Reggie one, that was messed up. I mean, he didn't go out like you did. No, Hyoma got it the worst against Reggie, I think. Dang.
Spirit, he was actually able to perform very well against Reggie, but he was eventually overwhelmed. He did lose to Reggie, but this did not stop him from attempting to participate in the World Tournament, which he sadly also doesn't quite win, but hey, this would be the seeds for what's to come later on in the Metal Series. Kenta during Metal Masters really doesn't have much to do aside from being on the sidelines, but we do see him train the entire time and even try to become a substitute member for Team Gang.
Oh wow, I didn't know they were planting the seeds even that far back like that. Okay. I thought like Kenta was good at Metal Masters. No, he still had to work up to that point. And
although he ends up losing to Masamune in the qualifiers, he does cheer Jinga in the other on, along with even helping Wang Hujan fight the Garcias back when Ziggurat's plan was in motion. However, Kenta's time would truly come after this season or in Metal Fury. Whereas most of us know, because of the whole legendary Blader concept being introduced, Kenta was desperate to become one, or at least keep up with the others, which he sadly would come to find out that not only was Ryuga the chosen one for the Summer Constellation, but if he keeps going down the road he basically went down in Fusion and Masters, he'd just be left in the dust. This is where Kenta would go on to leave the group and follow the path of strong, which just so happens to be led by the greatest rival of the same person that Kenta idolizes.
No, scratch that. Led by the greatest, the GOAT, the greatest Beyblader of all time, Ryuga. I gotta say it like that.
That being Ryuga. It's funny seeing this connection form since it fits really well, but you just
I'm glazing them so what?
Season 1 that these characters would ever have that significant of a relationship. Ryuga is someone who always had power. He basically was the strongest for the majority of the show and was never at the bottom. Looked down on all of his inferiors. For him to see someone like Kenta, a kid who was at the bottom and had to work his way to the top, and actually acknowledge him as strong,
that's a cool dynamic right there.
A lot about how far Kenta is willing to go, but it also shows Ryuga is someone who does acknowledge strong bladers and not just himself, which is something that he developed past Metal Fusion. We'd see Kenta's growth gradually as well. He would go from forcing Tsubasa to actually use his full power.
I can't reserve my strength anymore.
To stop him. And after training some more, he would go on to even force Cosmic Pegasus into relying on his special move, which is impressive since base Cosmic Pegasus is just a stronger version of Galaxy Pegasus, who is pretty much one of, if not the strongest Bay and Metal Masters besides like Tempo and Meteor El Drago. Meaning Kenta by this...
Is that the that one guy who was trapped in the... No, that's not. The one that Masamune and that one guy, Chris? No, Zio wanted to save that guy. Is that his mate, Tempo?
Point would solo anyone in season 1 and 2. And if you don't think this Euro Drago, meaning Kenta by this point would solo anyone in season 1 and 2. And if you don't think this is enough to say that Kenta is above season 1 and 2, don't worry, I got you. We get Kenta training some more, and after the revival of Nemesis and Ryuga refusing to help the group, Kenta challenges him with the rule being if he manages to actually damage El Drago once, then he has to go and help Jinga fight Nemesis. And Ryuga, initially not really expecting anything, would actually be caught off guard by Sagittario's power and how much he's actually grown, leading into him using Sagittario's new special move, that being Diving Claw, but this time it's fully mastered. And Ryuga would be forced to use his ultimate move. We do see that the face of El Drago Destructor actually does get damaged, meaning Kenta can unironically damage a version of El Drago stronger than Meteor El Drago, which is stronger than any Bay and Metal Masters.
Not even Jinga could do that. I don't think Jinga ever damaged... Bro, yeah, he never damaged Meteor Drago. Was that the one? I'm sorry. These names, man. I'm trying to get used to it.
Actually does get damaged. Meaning Kenta can unironically damage a version of El Drago stronger than Meteor El Drago, which is stronger than any Bay and Metal Master. Kenta is him. And although this is the face bolt, and most face bolts are plastic, meaning it's going to be easier to damage than the actual Bay, this is still a feat no other character before this moment has pulled off. And he would even go on to join the group in taking down Nemesis despite him lacking the Star Fragment and leading the charge of the B team consisting of Masamune.
They got destroyed their first time fighting against Ryuga. They got destroyed. It was crazy.
By this point have all grown quite powerful and are pretty much looked at as right behind the legendary Bladers in terms of power. So we have Kenta and Metal Fusion going from literally one of the main team's weakest Bladers to now pretty much being the strongest Blader that doesn't have a Star Fragment. Though, of course, because they weren't chosen, they would be quickly disposed of, and this would lead into Ryuga battling Rago and ultimately dying in the fight. But before he would go away, he would give the remnants of his Star Fragment to Kenta, allowing him to awaken his legendary power. After the essence of Ryuga essentially goes into Sagittario, we then see Sagittario evolve into Flash Sagittario.
Remember that Ryuga's first real friend? I think he said to Kenta, "You're my first real friend." I don't know if he actually said that quote, but yeah.
And off rip, it would show off insane levels of power. He would go on to defeat Rago's goon and put in just as much work as Jinga and the others in the final fight. And even when the odds are stacked against him, he puts his blade up against Rago, saying that he can't let Ryuga die for nothing. Showing just how much Kenta has actually grown. Season 1, Kenta would have probably just died of a heart attack. So seeing Kenta go from this scared little boy to now being a Blader just as capable as Jinga and Kiyoya and the others, it's honestly really satisfying stuff. And
this is like his goal, right? Yeah, that's his goal in season 1. He wanted to be like Kenta. Not Kenta. He is Kenta. He wanted to be like Jinga. And now he got to the point where he's like on his par in the Metal Fury against Ryuga. He's like with him, like pretty much even with him.
No, I don't think it's a cop-out that Ryuga gave his power to Kenta. I feel like he actually earned this power.
Definitely did, 100%. I agree with you.
All of Fury, and plus
I agree with you there.
Ryuga and Kenta developing for a reason. I feel like this was always meant to happen for the greater sake of the narrative for Kenta, and honestly, I'm all for it. And
I think that biggest cop-out would have been if Ryuga would have gave his power to Jinga, because I'm like, nah, I can't see that happening. Y'all have so much beef. And y'all, I can't see that happening, no. But Kenta makes the most sense, because again, he was with Kenta, he was with Ryuga the entire time in Metal Fury when they went to train, or he wanted to train. Yeah.
And in the end, he knew that the best way to victory was through his most trusted friend, that being Jinga. Which, to me, seems really fitting considering Kenta was the guy who relied on Jinga to save him. Yep. And now, by the end of the series, Kenta is the one aiding Jinga, and Jinga relying on the others to push Beyblade into a better tomorrow. This is how Kenta became him. Bro, solos go on.
Oh, wow. He really dropped that real quick and gave me to a T-Mobile ad. That's crazy. Now, that one, I saw you in that Yantra pose. I kind of want to watch that, but I wanted to watch some more Beyblade battles of you, because you guys did tell me that you was actually strong early on in Beyblade series, because he was like part of Ryuga's gang in Metal Fusion. But as I know later on, he gets the short end of the stick. You does, like, he just gets destroyed. I want to watch that. But yeah, Kenta. I thought like he just had Sagittarius off rip, like he had like that. I don't know if they're called Bit Beast, but basically, you know, the spear that Ryuga, Masamune, Jinga has in their bay. I thought Kenta had that off rip. I did not know he did not have that. He just had a standard bay. Interesting. That's even crazier that he went from basically a goon, a random guy, not NPC, but a random guy later to like, oh, I'm one of the strongest people now, and I'm about to stop this threat Ryuga over here, this god. Not my sass. That's cool. I didn't know like that. Okay. All right, Kenta. I mean, I already applauded you before because I knew like, all right, you got that dog in you, Kenta. But all right, Kenta. Okay. Now you. Hey, listen, I don't know about you, but Kenta, good on you, Kenta. Good on you. Oh, the fraud of Beyblade. What is this? We're gonna stop looking at stuff. I get spoiled. What is this? I got spoiled. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Get out, like. I'm gonna subscribe to. I learned, huh? Because I've been seeing him pop up on my feed. He has some interesting videos. I'm like, I kind of want to check that out, but I just don't do it because I might want to make a reaction to it. But all right. Thank you for informing me, because I knew about how I saw Kenta become him. I didn't know he was like basically a I'm not gonna say a loser, but basically an underdog in the early shows. I didn't know that. Stuck with it. He stuck on that mindset, that grind, the entire Metal saga, the Metal series. He stuck on that grind and finally became him, as Ty Learn said. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Ty Learn said. Thank you. Kind of curious about this, because I remember y'all guys told me when I watched Ryuga die in the anime that he actually lived in the manga. I think you guys told me about that, so I'm kind of curious about that. But yeah, hopefully this video should be fine to go upload. Like, I shouldn't get a strike for this, because I just shouldn't. Now hopefully it'll be safe for me to post like Metal battle reactions on YouTube again, because that never got a strike. It was the OG and the Beyblade Burst that got strikes for whatever reason. I still don't know to this day. But I think Metal might be fine, but I'm going to wait on that until I get one of these strikes removed again. I still have 2 strikes. But yeah, we're going to get out of here. So hope you enjoyed my reaction, and thank you for watching. MyCupOfTea is out of here. Sayonara. Oh, Ryuga, man. I think he is the first. No, yeah, he's probably not the first person, but he definitely acknowledged Kenta. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here, so hope you enjoyed my reaction, and thank you for watching. MyCupOfTea is out of here. Sayonara. Kenta. You know it speaks volume that Ryuga said, you know what, Kenta? I choose you. Here, I'm about to power up your blade with my, basically my essence, because, you know, I kind of died in the anime. But he chose Kenta out of everybody involved. Kiyoya, Jinga, Masamune. Nah, my boy Kenta. That's what he chose. I like that.